The Problem of Evil Argument for Theism by Noura and Darshani. Welcome all to the God Talk. In the argument of evil, it is presented that God exists in an environment where all living things experience evil, and there are reasons that God allows the existence of pain and suffering. I claim that God exists. Who am I? Theist. I am a theist if I claim that God exists. What if I claim that God doesn't exist? Who am I? Atheist. I am an atheist if I claim that God doesn't exist. In The Problem of Evil, BMG, who is the basic monotheistic God, is questioned in terms of their characteristics. What are the three characteristics? God is all-powerful, or called omnipotent. God is all-knowing, or called omniscient. God is perfectly good, or called omnibenevolent, and God created the universe. What kind of universe BMG would create? Leibniz, who is a philosopher, mathematician, and political advisor, has answered that question. Leibniz says, suppose that BMG exists. Since God is all-knowing, he would have known how to create the universe with as much good in it as possible. Since God is all-powerful, he would have had the ability to create such a universe. Since God is perfectly good, he would want to create such a universe. Leibniz then concludes, it follows that we must live in the best of all possible universes. How about no slavery, no climate change, no Holocaust, no residential schools? These things are known to be evil. Evil is when a person experiences extreme pain and suffering. It is bad for that person. Like falling down the stairs and injuring your backbone? Exactly. Or when I call you donkey. Evil does not have to be physical action, because you can still express pain and suffering emotionally, mentally, or physically. This is when the problem of evil is constructed. If God exists, then he is all-knowing, all-powerful, and perfectly good. If God were all-knowing, he would have known how to create the universe without evil. If God were all-powerful, he would have had the ability to create such a universe. If God were perfectly good, he would have wanted to create such a universe. If God exists, then we would live in a world without evil. There is evil in the world. Therefore, God does not exist. What if God doesn't have all those characteristics? Well, which one would God not have? All-knowing? If you are on the way to an interview, and when you get off the bus, there is a person lying on the floor, injured, but your interview starts in 5 minutes. If God were all-knowing, he would know what choice you would make. Why would God put you in that scenario? ... Three Theodicies by Thomas Aquinas expresses a comeback to why God let us settle in evil situations. What are the three Theodicies? Who has heard or experienced karma? Karma is all your actions backfiring at you. In the future, all actions you have made will happen to you. I experienced karma when I was younger. I used to make fun of people that are bald, and now as an adult, I am bald. Not done purposely. That is exactly what Theodicy 1 means. God is punishing people who deserve it. What about the innocent, loyal, and respectful people? Why do bad situations happen to those kinds of people? Imagine you are in an argument with your best friend, and they name call you in ways that mentally hurt you. During this situation, your self-esteem is poor. Your heart hurts, and you feel betrayed. Why would God allow these situations to happen if it does not have to do with karma? Think of how you feel after getting over the fact your best friend's name calling you and made your self-esteem low. Many people will help their mental state by saying that they are strong and they do not need this toxic friend in their life. Your experience will teach you life lessons and virtues such as forgiveness, self-care, and tolerance. Wow, never looked at it from that perspective. Theodicy 2 does say pain and suffering are things that people need to overcome in order to develop virtues. Even when people have developed virtues, why do evil situations happen to them? I wouldn't say evil situations. Rather, it is unlucky or awkward situations. How so? One day, you have plans with a group of your high school friends to reunite. You receive a phone call that your mom just went to the hospital for an emergency and you should be there. Do you forget about your mom in the hospital situation and hang out with your group of friends? Or do you go to the hospital and to see and care for your mom? It is as if you're asking me if I want to commit a crime or commit a crime. You are not committing a crime going to the hospital to see and care for your mom. So you have to choose between good or evil choices. It is evil to choose leaving my mom in the hospital and going with my high school friends. That is the point I'm trying to show. The third theodicy is that evil exists because God gave human beings free will and the capacity to be good or evil. These are reasons why God exists and while evil exists? Yes, concluding that God may not be all-powerful, but He is powerful in logical ways. God is logically powerful when He decides to let thunderstorms happen even though children get terrified. Innocent children will not understand why thunderstorms happen until they experience the situation to find out that after a thunderstorm is a beautiful rainbow. God does not know everything. God may not know everything, but He does know our bad experiences make us stronger. Driving the speed limit with no alcohol or drug consumption but getting into a car accident makes me have more fear than making me stronger. Being fearful of an object or specific situation after an experience is normal for people because it is as serious as identifying illness as paranoia. After a period of time, the accident situation eases on you and teaches you patience, and you become more cautious of your surroundings. Oh, that is true. True indeed. How do we know if God is always perfect? God is not always perfect, but evil is created by human beings who are given free will and capacity to be moral. Therefore, God thinks suffering is good? In a way, yes. God does think that some suffering in your life is good. Remember, everything happens for a reason, and you are the only one who will be looking for a reason. God exists and evil exists, but it all happens for a reason. Thank you for listening.
Created using Powtoon.